Hello beauties. Okay, so really quick, I wanted to come and do kind of a TTC number 3 intro video because last week I did the big announcement that we are now a foster family, and there was a lot of questions of, wait a second, you were just asking us for TTC Q&A questions and now you're fostering, how is this all affecting it? So I wanted to do a real quick, I'm going to try to be quick about it, video about whether or not we're going to try to conceive baby number 3. So, Hannah is almost 4, William is almost a year and a half, and Chris and I are officially not trying to avoid pregnancy. I'm still breastfeeding William. It's totally him. I don't mind doing it, I don't mind breastfeeding or whatever, but he just wants to be a breastfed baby, and it's not even just mornings and nights. Like, there's multiple times during the day he's asking to nurse, and so I'm not like trying to wean him, but I'm also no longer like super excited about breastfeeding. It's just kind of, it is what it is, and if he needs it, then as long as it's working, it's fine, right? I don't know. So because of that, because I'm still breastfeeding multiple times a day, my cycle has not come back regularly at all. I've had one postpartum period. Sorry, this is TMI. This is a TTC video, so it's gonna be a little TMI. I have had one postpartum period about 35, 40 days ago, and that's it. So I'm kind of charting. I'm like kind of keeping track of where I am in my cycle. I have some apps for that, and we can talk about apps maybe next week. Maybe that would be a good TTC video, is talking about the different apps.
This popsicle.
Hannah's asking me a question. Hannah wanted a popsicle. So we are open to the idea of trying to conceive baby number 2 because the timing is fine as far as I'm concerned. So I have had 2 C-sections. Both of them have been emergency C-sections after a failed induction, which sucks. So it was important for me to wait between 12 and 18 months in order to conceive, in order to allow my uterus to heal. So we were kind of trying to avoid before William's first birthday. For the past 6 months, you know, we've been open to it, but I don't think I've ovulated at all. And so now, maybe going forward as my cycles regulate, we would be open to conceiving naturally, and we're just gonna try naturally and chart cycles and see how things go. So way back on William's first birthday, we had discussed that maybe in September that would be like a good time to go back to the fertility clinic and get some help if we hadn't conceived naturally. That is no longer the plan, because I know from back when Hannah was a baby and we were trying to conceive William, that they will not prescribe any fertility medication as long as I'm still breastfeeding. So William needs to be completely weaned before they'll even see me as a patient, and I don't see that happening in the next couple weeks. Like, that's just, William loves to nurse, so it's gonna be longer than September before we go back to the fertility clinic. And back from when we were trying to conceive William, I think our first treatments were like in November, and this is kind of, my husband does the taxes, but I remember him saying that financially, from a tax standpoint, it was really stupid to do 2 cycles in like November and December, because the rest of the year, like, we didn't have any real medical expenses because we just had a baby, and it wasn't that big of a deal. We didn't have like a labor and delivery during that calendar year, so our medical expenses were not high enough with just 2 fertility treatments to count them. I don't know, something tax related, whatever. So it would have been smarter to have waited until after the beginning of the year so that all of the fertility treatments cost was in 1 calendar year, hopefully, and would be more likely to be able to be deducted, reach a certain threshold so that we could count them, something. I don't know. Anyways, so we probably will not go to the fertility clinic. Ooh, I sound like a dumb blonde. I don't do the taxes, my husband does. We will probably wait to go to the fertility clinic until after the beginning of the year, and closer to probably William's, second birthday, before William's second birthday. We would like for the children to be close in age, but not super close, but like, 2.5 years, that's how far William and Hannah are apart, was like perfect. So something similar to that would be great for number 3, but it's not something I'm super concerned with right now. And then some people have wondered how fostering is affecting trying to conceive. You know, it's not delaying it necessarily, but we are busy with fostering. It's kind of at the forefront, both fostering and, you know, working with Hannah and William and making sure that they're doing okay throughout this whole process. That's taking up a lot of time and energy right now. And so trying to conceive kind of feels like it's kind of on the back burner, but it's mainly because I kind of feel like until my cycles come back with some regularity, it's not something that I can dedicate a ton of attention to because there's so many other things going on in my life right now. So it's not that it's unimportant by any means, but I just feel like obviously my body is not ready. I don't know. I mean, I could always spontaneously ovulate, and maybe this is PCOS kicking in and having an anovulatory cycle. I don't really know what's going on right now. So basically, we are trying to conceive, just not super actively. We're open to it. It would absolutely be wonderful and welcomed and a miracle, and we would be over the moon excited if we just managed to conceive naturally. But we know that that's probably not going to happen. And so it's not something that we're going to really pursue, you know, via like fertility clinics until probably after the first of the year. So does that answer your question? Okay. So if you have any infertility, trying to conceive, that type of questions, feel free to leave them down below. I will answer them as I can. And I will talk to you guys later.